the other guy's coming, and as he's coming, the other guy's leaving, boat full of people, and they're waving to one another like, hey, what's going on? He gets to an apartment building, and it's flooded. And he's like, hey, everybody, like he's got help written out on the rooftop. He's former military, and so he's got some acronym up there as well to let the helicopters flying over know what's going on in that building. And so it's a bunch of people up on the roof, and he notices that the helicopters, they'll slow down and read it, and then they'll keep going to the more affluent part of town. Then he looks around, Jacob, and he's like, oh my gosh, there's a lot of black people up on this roof. Hey, tell you what, black people, go back inside, bring the white people up. He said he brought the white people up. He said it had been hours and maybe a day with helicopters just flying overhead, seeing that they needed help, needing rescue, and not stopping to help. He said he brought the white people up. 15 minutes later, helicopter stopped. It's like, okay, what do y'all need? We're ready to get y'all now.
God damn.
There's some good stuff in those Katrina documentaries, man.
The new one on Netflix I'm gonna tap into.
Yeah, I watched one on Hulu, the Nat Geo joint, the one that Ryan Coogler and his wife were a part of, either produced or directed.
Yeah.
Can't remember exactly. And this one, Jacob was telling me about the one on Netflix.
Yeah, the new one.
Is Spike Lee produced or directed. I can't remember.
I'm gonna tap in.
Yeah, it's going good stuff. Oh, really? I know I've watched When the Levees Broke, which is Spike Lee. Okay. Yeah. Because that was wild time as we remember Hurricane Katrina 20th anniversary. Right about this time 20 years ago, after being stranded for 4 days, they were still stranded. I think everybody starts leaving. The anniversary of them leaving is tomorrow. Devin, thanks for coming in, man.
Hey, I'm so happy to be here. So happy to be here, CJ. It's bright and early. I got to watch some good basketball early this morning. Not really good basketball. I mean, Santi didn't play well, but he has not played well. But bro, it's so beautiful the way Europeans play basketball, bro. A lot of bald dudes with the top missing out there, setting beautiful screens, down screens. It's beautiful basketball.
I stopped by your computer because you were watching on the laptop, and I stopped by there for just a quick 20, 30-second glimpse at what was going on before I got back to the morning routine. And I saw them initiate the offense with the handoff and a double down screen.
Yeah.
Blew my mind away. I didn't know we were allowed to do that.
Hey, look, bro, they do it a little different over there.
That's good basketball right there. Welcome in, everybody. Jessica Benson Show. No Jessica today. No Lang either. Special thank you to Lang for filling in the past 4 days. We got Devin coming in now. Devin's filling in, and we got a great show for you. We're going to talk about EuroBasket, Santi's performance. We're also going to talk about college football because it is here. Week 1 is underway tonight. Thursday night games, we're going to talk about those games as well as some other sports stories. WNBA action last night. Got some U.S. Open stuff to get to as well. Teresa Walker will join us in the next segment. And in the second segment, we'll talk about all things Titans with her, get her thoughts on Cam Ward being named a captain on the team. Also get her thoughts on some of the defensive things that the Titans need to do as well. We'll be talking to Teresa in that second segment. Lawrence Dockery is going to join us. He knows all things soccer. He is the host of the Soccer Podcast right here in Memphis, Tennessee on Bluff City Media. We're going to talk to him about the Memphis women's soccer team as they continue to go out there and just beat everybody. They are now ranked top 15, I do believe, in the nation. They got a big matchup against Missouri before going on the road and taking on Iowa State on Sunday. So we'll talk to him and get his thoughts about that and some more soccer news around the city and elsewhere. And then we'll end with Theater Thursday. K-Pop Demon Hunters is taking over. I don't know if y'all are ready for that. We'll talk about all those things and more right here on the Jessica Benson Show. And you know what we say, Devin.
What do we say?
This is culturally inappropriate.
Hey!
You ready? I've been ready. What are we waiting for?
The boy is mine. Grizzlies fans know it's the team that gives you the edge. Big River Steel does too. And much like the Grizzlies have recruited legendary talent, we want you to be part of our team. Are you ready to be part of something legendary? Then visit www.bigriversteel.com. That's www.bigriversteel.com.
Kroger shoppers and Grizz fans. Want exclusive last-minute discounted ticket deals texted straight to you? Sign up with the new Kroger Buzzer Beater deal. Fans can sign up by texting Grizz to 636-479 or visit your local Kroger store in the Delta Division and scan the QR code. By signing up, you agree to receive recurring automated promotional and personalized marketing text messages from the Memphis Grizzlies. Consent is not a condition of any purchase. Message frequency varies. Message and data rates may apply.
Shinedown. Dance Kid Dance Tour. Live in Memphis. FedEx Forum Saturday, August 30th. With special guests, Bush and Morgan Wade. Get tickets now at livenation.com. Shinedown, live in concert. For more, visit shinedown.com.
Sonic Radio. Welcome back to Sonic RNDIO. That spells radio with me, the CIO. This just in, the new Sonic $1.99 menu lets you build a crave-worthy meal for just $1.99 an item. Whether that's a creamy shake, crispy tots, or a quarter-pound double cheeseburger. This just out. Ostriches. They're mean, not very cute, and in my opinion, way too big for a bird. Don't miss the Sonic Fun 99 menu. 5 items, always $1.99. Live free, eat Sonic.
Tax not included. See menu for details.
What about the hanging your hat on the defensive end? Where does that come from?
And one thing my dad told me is if you want to get to the NBA, if you want to leave an impact, if you're a competitor like you say you are, you're going to be one of the best defenders on the court every time you step on there. He said you're not going to disrespect the game. You're not going to take it for granted. You know, this is not a right, it's a privilege. So go out there and compete every day.
The Chris Vernon Show, live on weekdays at noon on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
Feels great to feel the sunshine. Gotta own the day like it's all mine. Just got paid in his own time. Been working hard, I've been on the grind. I deserve this feeling, having my way. I've been on this healing. This is my day. The sun's out, let's have a little fun now. I wanna let it all out. That's what it's all about. Cause I deserve this feeling, having my way. I deserve this healing. This is my day.
Grind City Media presents The Jessica Benson Show with CJ Hurt. Live from the Grind City Media Studios on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
What's going on, everybody? Devin, you came in this morning, and usually Devin comes in and he's blasting some type of music. And this morning, I heard a horn that sounded foreign. I was like, EuroBasket started. I forgot it started. And I didn't know who was playing. I was like, Devin, who's playing? Oh, Spain and Georgia. Oh, Santi's out there. How's Santi been looking, Devin?
Right now, Santi has, like 5 points and a couple boards. You can tell the physicality of Georgia is kind of bothering them a little bit. Our guy just got married this summer, so she got to shake the rust off. Spain's down right now, bro. I don't know.
To Georgia?
Georgia's out there hooping. I told you, CJ, they're playing old school 1983 basketball. It's 3 post dudes out here.
Let's go. Like real fours. A center and 2 real fours.
Real fours. Dudes with a top missing. No hair. It's a 37-year-old out here banging. They got 2 pros, Gogo Badaze, who plays for Orlando. Okay. And I'm not even trying to say the other dude's name. They call him. He plays for the Spurs.
Got it.
So they got 2 pros. Yeah. But it's all just dudes that just took off work to grind it out in the EuroBasket. And right now they up on Spain. Let me see. They were 42-35. I think Santi just hit a 3. So they're making some headway. So Santi got 8 points. We're rooting for our guy Santi, man. Look.
Absolutely.
Some element of Grizz basketball. We wanted. I think we're 55 days away from the season opener, but you get a little taste, a little dab. We're watching EuroBasket. I just need Santi and them to win because it ain't looking good right now.
So we're in group play.
We're in group play right now. Day 1 of group play starts today. They are in what country are they in?
There's somewhere.
Cyprus.
That's a real place.
Yeah, real place. Also, fun fact, TJ, did you know this?
I promise you
Did
I
you know
did.
this?
I promise I did.
Black dude on Georgia and not Atlanta.
So that came up, and Jake was like, hey, Georgia's got a black dude? In my head, I'm thinking Atlanta, Savannah. What are you talking about? All the rappers are from Georgia. Then I realized, we're talking about the country.
Yeah.
I wonder how you got over there.
Well, you got to find out the backstory.
We got to figure out during one of the breaks.
Little short black dude.
How the black, like, noticeably black.
Oh, no, he's black. He's black.
Like paper sack black?
Blackety
or
black. No, he's
blickety black.
Like probably a little darker than me black.
Okay.
And he got a bad hairline, so you know he really,
okay.
You know what I'm saying?
All right.
Hey, so number 44 is on, he no undershirt. He out there hooping for Georgia right now. He hit a 3.
We talked about it some earlier. I saw Georgia come down, initiate the offense with a pass, a handoff, and a double down screen. It's like, oh yeah, this is my basketball. This is the game that I grew up watching and loving.
Real hoops.
All I needed to see is them take 2 dribbles to the corner, pass fake high, enter the post pass, low bounce pass. See my dude, 1 dribble, 2 dribble, drop step. I'd have been in heaven.
Oh no! Just, as you said, they just ran a drop step on the screen. So look,
come on, man.
Look,
come on,
dude,
man.
Oh my God, step back 3. But no, it's fun to watch this kind of basketball.
Step back 3 is not my basketball.
Yeah. Trust me, I've hooped with you before.
Yeah,
it's very ground and pound.
That's it.
Rim run,
back to the basket.
Back to the back. I'm setting a hard screen,
roll hard to the basket. Nothing to screen and pop nonsense.
No. Y'all play with CJ. You better watch out. He got. Limbs are flying, bro. Limbs are flying, bodies
Arms
flying.
Up, right here.
Yeah.
Big broad chest into the pass. Catch it. 1, 2. Oh, there's a drop.
Yep.
Left hand hook.
That is the way CJ plays basketball, y'all. So yeah, look, the European way of basketball. It's for us. We watch so much NBA basketball where it's high screen and roll, pick and roll, play off the action. Bro, watching just the ball move from side to side and trying to get the best shot. Right, swing, screen like. EuroBasket, I'm loving it so far. I just need Santi to win. We're rooting for Santi, bro. I am up at 7 a.m. 1 for the show.
1 for your job.
1 for my job.
Yeah.
And 2 to watch my guy Santi Aldama get some good runs in. So EuroBasket is underway. Day 1 for Spain right now is happening. If you want to watch it, I know people ask where you can watch it. Courtside 1891 app. If you want to watch EuroBasket, Courtside 1891 app.
You were saying if you got the HBO Max.
I think if you have HBO Max, you can just log in. You can push it right through. Because I didn't even know I had Max. You know what I'm saying? Because my ex-girlfriend took all the other apps away from me. I ain't got no Netflix. I ain't got no Hulu.
You lost the apps in the divorce?
Yes, bro. And I'm trying to sign. I said it on our show before. I turned on Netflix one time, and it said sign up. I was like, oh, you booted me out, huh? I was like, oh, that's dirty. That's dirty. But no, I own the HBO Max, so we've been able to tap in. So yeah, 1891 Courtside out. Y'all tap in and watch. Spain's making a run right now, down by 1 to Georgia in EuroBasket.
So not only is EuroBasket starting today, but we got week 1 of the college football season starting today. There are a ton of games. I think it's 17 games going on today. Listen, none of them pique my interest all the way, but yo, I am thirsting for meaningful college football.
Yes.
So if you're telling me I can watch Boise State and South Florida at 4:30 on ESPN, I'm going to be sitting there watching Boise State, South Florida at 4:30 on ESPN.
Damn right.
Yeah, it's 4:30.
4:30.
Yeah, so like I'm here. It's here. I feel like I've been drowning without football, and now I'm beginning to be lifted up out of the water, so to speak. I'm not all the way out of the water yet, right? My nose is up.
Nose is up.
My nose is up. I can
Dog
breathe through
paddle.
my nose. I can do this. I can do this.
Yeah.
We are just 2 days away from Texas, Ohio State, from Clemson, LSU, from Alabama, Florida State, from a lot of really good college football games on Saturday. I just got to make it through to Saturday, and this will help me get there. This weekend is going to have so many good college football games, so many interesting college football games for me. Even the Auburn-Baylor, a game like North Carolina,
Friday,
TCU, Notre Dame and Miami on Sunday, right? Like this college football weekend is going to be great, and I can't wait to sit down and watch. But before I get to the weekend, I'll sit down and watch Nebraska, Cincinnati.
Nice little appetizer, right?
You need an appetizer.
Now, you got to have the triple dipper.
You
got to have the triple dipper before you can get to the chicken tenders, right? You got to have the triple dipper with the egg rolls and the boneless buffalo wings and the sliders before you can get to the what do they call it? Chili's. I ain't had them in so long. The tenders, the dipped in the sauce with the fries and the corn.
Oh,
Honey Chipotle chicken crispers.
There we go.
There we go. Before you get there, you got to have the appetizer. Today's an appetizer too. You mentioned that game. I want to see the debut of Mike Vick's Norfolk State team. I don't know where I'm gonna watch it. I gotta find a stream, but I'm looking forward to that tonight too.
It's Norfolk State. It's taking on Townsend on the ESPNU. So it's on an ESPN network. You can also get it on the ESPN app. But yeah, that's gonna be great. I'm glad you brought that up.
Yeah,
because we brought that up during HBCU Huddle, which should be dropping momentarily. We talked about Mike Vick's start to his coaching career, Norfolk, Virginia, right around the corner from where he grew up, Norfolk State. They have the largest on-campus stadium of any HBCU, if I remember correctly. So that's going to be a great storyline to follow. Delaware State and Delaware. You got Deshaun Jackson, speaking of former football greats, professional football greats, making his coaching debut at Delaware State. So that's going to be a good one. All of these games have some sort of a fun little, that could be enough to make me interested in watching.
It can at least be on the back TV. Like at least a background noise while you're
I'm following along on social media, right?
Exactly.
Like that, it will be that. So those two, absolutely. And then, Boise State and Cincinnati, Boise State, South Florida, Cincinnati, Nebraska would be the two, I guess, premier games for the day. Look, man, it's going to be good stuff. College football is back.
I want to know how you feel about Buddy at Nebraska. You saw the story. You saw his quote from him, right? He's like a freaky Mahomes cosplay guy.
Oh, the quarterback.
Dylan Raiola. He was like, I can't help it. I was born this way. I look like this. Bro, nobody told you to wear the same sunglasses, do the same pregame routine, do the same motions, wear the same number, wear the same accessories. Nobody told you to do that, bro. He's like, oh, I can't help that I was born this way. That's why I can't. See, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. You light-skinned. I told y'all. See, CJ, I be trying to tell people, you can't trust him. You weren't born to look just like Patrick Mahomes, bro.
You can't trust any of the light skins?
I mean, some of them.
Okay, all right. Just want to make sure
let's specify. Let's make sure
we can trust
make
some
it clear.
of them now.
Trust
all
them.
right.
One of my best friends is light-skinned. My dog. But no, bro, you can't come out here and say, oh, yeah, I was born this way. Like, no, Dylan Raiola, you were not born that way. You just want to look like you want to be Patrick Mahomes, so you do everything. You emulate everything he does. Trust me, as a kid, I respect it.
Who did you try and emulate?
Who, me?
Yeah. You're like, okay, I'm going to look like this.
As a kid or just as an adult?
Either or. If you're thinking about it, I got one. I shaved my head bald for the first time. I was like 10 years old.
Yeah.
And they were like, oh.
Wait. You shaved it at 10.
I took it all off. It was summertime, dog. It was hot
You can't do the Caillou at 10, bro.
I was like, yo, take it all off. Take it off. I want to be bald.
You a black Caillou?
They said I looked just like Michael Jordan. And so every summer for the next 2 or 3 years, I shaved my head bald so I could be like Michael Jordan. So I could look like MJ.
Ain't no way.
Yes.
At
I
10?
promise you, yes.
Bro, you can't be the kid walking around.
In the summertime, I was bald. Summertime, I was bald headed.
You know what? I respect that. I don't know why. 10 years old with the Caillou is crazy.
Yeah,
it's insane. Let me see. When I was younger, I used to have the little part up and down, up straight to the middle.
Okay.
Like grandmama.
Oh.
The Larry Johnson joint. I had that joint.
The thing I miss most about hair is getting the part.
Yes. Bring back the part.
Are we not doing parts anymore?
Bro, Zion tried to bring it back. He put that freaky Z in his head, and people were like, no, you can't do that. You can't put the Z.
No, man. I would do the zigzag right here. I had one that was just like a curl pattern.
Yeah.
So it would straight line and then like a curl, like a receiving route curl.
Yeah.
Curl it up right here. Wasn't endorsed by Nike. No clue why.
You had the swoosh?
I had the swoosh. I would put the swoosh in the back. Man, I miss getting the
Yeah,
parts.
get them. Hey, bring
the
back
parts back.
Bring
Why
the parts
the children
back.
not getting parts?
They not getting parts because everybody's growing their hair out now.
No.
Like I've been to a couple like basketball games, like high school games, and everybody either has like a grown out or like the nappy froze. It's no more one taper, number one on the top, taper on the side. It's no more of that. These parents have to pay a lot more bread because you remember the taper was easy.
Man.
Just all of the top, even all around. Easy.
All mine was low fade, even all around. Then I get the design put in.
Hey.
And that's $5. It was $5 for me at the local barber college. Finding that do we still make barber colleges anymore?
So there was one over there in North Memphis still.
Okay.
I think by the Tops.
Yeah.
Right where you make that right to go to Crosstown.
Yeah. I know.
It used to be one right there on that corner by Tops.
Okay.
I don't know if it still exists because my cousin went a couple years ago.
Okay.
I don't know if but I think, bro, bring back the barber college, bring back parts. We need it all back.
Mine, when I moved to Memphis, where I would go to get cut, was the barber college up there off of Madison.
Okay.
So, you know where Rico's is? Right there at Madison.
The chicken spot?
Yes.
Yeah.
And so further up, Slice of Soul is up there. It was right across the street from Slice of Soul. And so that was a barber college. Just walk in, catch me a $5 even all around, and keep it moving, man. Keep it moving.
Your parents probably loved you, bro, because like you said, the even all around, the baldy, like low maintenance, you were good. But no, I'm trying to think of as a kid, like the Kobe low even all around was inspiration too. As far as like
you did a Kobe cut?
You remember Kobe had the low joint?
Yeah.
I was big on the low joint. I didn't really start growing my hair till like recently. I would say like inspiration like far hair wise. I will say basketball wise. Rajon Rondo is my inspiration.
Oh, really?
I was a big Rondo guy.
Okay.
I used to like say I want to play like Rondo and Chris Paul, even though I was like.
But you weren't trying to look like Rondo.
No. But like I'm trying to think because like how like kids nowadays like when you see them like play, they might wear the one leg sleeve like Asia Wilson or SGA. What did we wear? Oh, I know somebody who we used to try to look like. Do you remember? Speaking of remembering shit, the two-tone Nike sleeve.
Yes.
We used to rock the hell out of the two-tone Nike sleeves. Shout out John Wall, man. We used to rock those. So that's probably like point guards, like Rondo, Chris Paul, John Wall. That was probably my inspiration when I was coming up.
When I was growing up, all the good basketball players were bald.
Yes,
so
they were.
MJ, bald. When Shaq took off, bald. Reggie Miller, bald. Right? Like all these dudes who I was like, oh, something to hear about that. Yeah. It's the reverse Samson. Shave all your head off and you could be good at basketball. So, like, why not do it? The Fab Five, that was another big one. Because all of them were bald for their tournament run. It's like, oh, yeah. Chris and Jalen and Jawan and Ray and Jimmy, all of them bald. Bet I'm going to be bald. I'm going to be bald. And the black socks. I only wore black socks.
Yes.
Because of the Fab Five.
Also,
so basically what I'm saying is, I get what Dylan's trying to do. I understand.
Do you?
I understand what he's
but
trying to do.
Don't try to say I was born this way. Like you're not Lady Gaga, dog. like I respect that. Like you said, we could come out and say we were trying to do this.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm not trying to be Patrick Mahomes, except you're wearing the same number. Mm-hmm. You're wearing the same glasses. Mm-hmm. You do the same pregame walkout. You even try to walk like him.
Maybe that's just how people of that shade walk.
See, don't do that. See.
All right, look, we got more to get to on the other side. Teresa Walker is going to join us. We're going to talk Titans and Cam Ward, almost called him Malik Willis, and more next up on the Jessica Benson Show.
You ready? I've been ready. What are we waiting for?
Grizzlies fans know it's the team that gives you the edge. Big River Steel does too. And much like the Grizzlies have recruited legendary talent, we want you to be part of our team. Are you ready to be part of something legendary? Then visit www.bigriversteel.com www.bigriversteel.com. That's www.bigriversteel.com.
Kroger shoppers and Grizz fans. Want exclusive last-minute discounted ticket deals texted straight to you? Sign up with the new Kroger Buzzer Beater deal. Fans can sign up by texting Grizz to 636-479 or visit your local Kroger store in the Delta Division and scan the QR code. By signing up, you agree to receive recurring automated promotional and personalized marketing text messages from the Memphis Grizzlies. Consent is not a condition of any purchase. Message frequency varies. Message and data rates may apply.
Shinedown. Dance Kid Dance Tour. Live in Memphis. FedEx Forum, Saturday, August 30th. With special guests, Bush and Morgan Wade. Get tickets now at livenation.com. Shinedown, live in concert. For more, visit shinedown.com.
Sonic Radio. Welcome back to Sonic RNDIO. That spells radio with me, the CIO. This just in, the new Sonic $1.99 menu lets you build a crave-worthy meal for just $1.99 an item. Whether that's a creamy shake, crispy tots, or a quarter-pound double cheeseburger. This just out. Ostriches. They're mean, not very cute, and in my opinion, way too big for a bird. Don't miss the Sonic Fun 99 menu. 5 items, always $1.99. Live free, eat Sonic.
Tax not included. See menu for details.
What about hanging your hat on the defensive end? Where does that come from?
And one thing my dad told me is if you want to get to the NBA, if you want to leave an impact, if you're a competitor like you say you are, you're going to be one of the best defenders on the court every time you step on there. He said you're not going to disrespect the game. You're not going to take it for granted. You know, this is not a right, it's a privilege. So go out there and compete every day.
The Chris Vernon Show, live on weekdays at noon on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
Welcome back in, everybody. It's Thursday. It's 8:20 something, so that means we get to Teresa Walker. Teresa, how's everything going?
Well, it's good. We've got a 53-man roster in Tennessee with the Titans. We've got a practice squad. Now, I'm going to say this. Write that in pencil, okay? I mean, they're going to make a lot of changes, and we have, they've had claims, and I think I said a week or two, how many would they get? I said 5 to 8. 5.
Yep.
Now, that counts that they signed defensive tackle Shy Tuttle as a veteran, but that, so, yeah, there were some people saying 10, 12, and I'm like, seriously? Really? Look at this roster a little closer, honey.
You also said that they'd focus on the defensive side of the ball. I think I asked you, or Jessica asked you last week about the Titans. They had the number 1 claim on the waiver wire, what positions they target. You said defense primarily, and you said cornerback and defensive end specifically. They grabbed cornerbacks Jalen Armour-Davis and Samuel Womack, as well as C.J. Ravenel and linebacker Dorian Mausey from the Vikings.
Mausi, if I remember the pronunciation right.
From
Mausi.
the Vikings defensive end, like I said, C.J. Ravenel. What's the expectation for dudes claimed off of the wire like this? Off of waivers like this? Are we expecting them to come in and play significantly? Or are we expecting them to sort of just be there just in case somebody gets injured or something like that?
CJ, it's depth. I mean, think about this. I mean, you still have the game day inactives, right? Mm-hmm. So they still have to put, cross several guys out. But these are guys who are depth that they think are upgrades over what they had and give them ability that, should Snead not be available September 7th in Denver or, something like that happens, they've got some other people that they can go to. And when available, special teams. So it's depth, and can you help us on special teams? Because they changed special teams coordinators this offseason, brought in John Bones Fossil to run that unit, and so that's the thing. You've got to give him guys to go, cover punts and kicks and return balls.
Teresa, I want to ask you. I'm a big Cam Ward stan. That's my guy. Give me my realistic expectations for year 1 from my guy Cam Ward.
Devin, I hate to feed the fire, but I like what I see out of the young man. I mean, yes, they've been working with him on his footwork. I mean, he's a rookie. you are going to be trying to fix things. But he comes into the NFL with an advantage that, frankly, Anthony Richardson didn't have in Indianapolis, right? There's a reason AR is on the bench with the Colts. It's because, he had so much to learn, should have stayed in college. Cam Ward, incarnate word, to Washington State, to Miami, and he was asked this last week, how long does it take you to get on track with receivers? And he said 2 to 3 months. And he pointed out, we did a lot of work before camp started. The chemistry he's got with Calvin Ridley may be the most happy player on this team working with Cam Ward. He had a 1,000-yard season last year, but only 4 touchdowns. This is a guy who knows he is going to have a chance to be more effective with this quarterback. So, and I see the offensive line, and yes, Lloyd Cushenberry, they're taking it cautious with him, coming back from the Achilles tendon. They brought in Kevin Zeitler, a 35-year-old veteran at right guard, but Peter Skoronski at left guard, J.C. Latham at right tackle, Dan Moore brought in from Pittsburgh as the new left tackle. This offensive line, I think, knock on wood, I hate to say this after the last 2-3 years of just pain and agony on me, but this offensive line does look like they can be better. And in the NFL, he said that this could be a top 5 receiving group and things like that. They don't have to be top 5. Lord, they can show improvement if they can just get in the middle of the pack of the NFL. And I think they've got what they've shown. I mean, this preseason alone, I saw pockets that I had not seen in forever.
I love it. I love it. Tell Van Jefferson to catch the ball, Teresa.
Did you see him Friday night?
I did. He caught one and he took it to the crib. But look, when Cam throws it to him, I need him to catch it.
Oh, totally agree. And I'll say this. Van Jefferson spent every day last week after practice on the jugs machine. You could see him working, catching balls. And, I didn't get a chance to talk to him because I had other irons in the fire, but he told Teron Davenport of ESPN.com that that ball in Atlanta, that was on him. Cam was taking, and you want buy-in. That locker room is all in on Cam Ward because they see him taking the blame, stepping up, being accountable. And Van Jefferson said, I'm the one who should have caught that. That's a ball I've got to get. That wasn't on Cam. And when you've got guys doing that for each other, that's, Brian Callahan has spent the entire offseason trying to build chemistry, camaraderie. They brought in, before these final cuts, they had 51 new players out of the folks that were in camp. So he spent the offseason with his competition, splitting guys up into squads, mixing offense, defense, switching up the locker room, trying to build that camaraderie and chemistry. But you know what builds it faster? When you have a quarterback who steps in and says, if something's wrong, he's taking the blame for it. Quarterbacks get all the glory when it goes good. And, I have seen and covered some who are like, that wasn't on me. But when you have a guy that says it was me, even when it wasn't, I'm sorry, but those guys want to have his back even more. And that's the kind of thing, when they were looking at taking that number 1 pick and who to use it on, you see more and more of why they wanted Cam Ward.
And that's everything you just said sums up why Cam Ward, as a rookie who's never played a regular season NFL down, is one of the captains on the roster. That's sort of, hey, give me the pressure. I'll take all of the burden. If a mistake is made on the offensive side of the ball, it's my fault. Is that why he is? This isn't something that was just given to him because he was the number 1 overall draft pick, is it, Teresa?
Correct. Let's put it this way. He's the first rookie to be a captain since Marcus Mariota.
Wow.
Back in 2015. So, Marcus Mariota was a great young man, similar qualities, but, you just watch Cam Ward and he's talked about it. He's a gunslinger. He wants to go out there and do what it takes to win. And that's why, he's texting his coaches and offensive coordinator into the night and, early in the morning, asking questions. He's talked about it. His daddy got up at 4:30 in the morning to go to a job he didn't like. The least he can do is get in there early for a job he does like. And you can hear him talk. He wants to be, when it's done, one of the better quarterbacks that's ever played this game. And we're talking about a league that's been around for over 100 years. So that's the thing. That's what that work ethic, that drive to be one of the best, that's the thing that separates the good from the great in any pro league.
Absolutely. Teresa, Titans backfield took a bit of a blow. Spears is being kept on IR. He won't be able to come back until after
4 weeks.
After week 4. So what does that mean for Tony Pollard and the rest of the backfield? Is there somebody else who is going to already on roster? Is there somebody who's going to need to step up, or are they going to be looking out on the waivers again?
Well, Julius Chestnut. I mean, he was a guy who, Tony Pollard didn't play the last 2 preseason games. Julius Chestnut is a guy who, he just keeps hanging around because when he gets the ball, he gets upfield. His style, he's kind of like a mini bowling ball in a way, but he just has a way of getting downfield, and that's the guy I expect to be the backup to Tony Pollard. It's tough to miss Tyjae Spears because his speed allows them to do some things because he can run up the middle between the tackles, but he can also catch the ball on the outside. That's the thing that they're going to miss in that offense. That said, you all in Memphis know Tony Pollard really well. He had a career year in rushing last year, and with that offensive line. So with the new and hopefully improved offensive line with the Titans, I think Tony Pollard's going to have himself a good year. And one of those captains you mentioned.
Over 1,000 yards rushing for Tony Pollard last season as a lead back for the Titans. Everybody here liked Tony Pollard a whole lot when he was at Memphis, liked him on the Cowboys, loved what he was able to do on the Titans last year. Teresa, what makes him such a special dynamic rusher in the NFL?
Well, he's just got a slipperiness, elusiveness. I mean, he's able to run in between. And honestly, I thought he should have been the starter in Dallas a couple of years before he was. It's just that contract for Zeke Elliott kept him behind Elliott on the depth chart. But he's productive. There's runners that, it's the cliche north-south. Well, guess what? You can lose so many yards when you try to pick and find a hole and dip and dodge. No, just find that seam and go. And Tony Pollard has got that ability to find that sliver in a line and take it and get upfield. And that's the thing that, I've seen so many running backs come and go, and this franchise has been blessed with great ones. Eddie George, Chris Johnson, some guy, Derrick Henry. I know it's painful. He's now in Baltimore. Yeah, a little bit. But that's the thing. Going north and south, you've got to get the yards that are there. It's the difference between 2 and 13 or 2 and 8. And 2 and 8 makes a big difference. And he gets those, and then he keeps plugging away. And before you know it, oops, there he goes. He's got like 10 yards. He's maybe not the massive threat to go to the house like Derrick Henry was, but being able to be there, be productive on the field, that is a quality that is just, that's why they signed him and brought him back to Tennessee.
Outside of Simmons on the defensive side of the ball, is there another playmaker we should be talking about, we should know about? It feels like if Simmons isn't out there, then the Titans defense is missing something really, really big, really, really important. And they're not, one, going to be able to generate the pressure that they need to and get somebody in the backfield to be disruptive. And two, they're going to get exposed in the secondary. Is there somebody else on the defensive side of the ball, Teresa, that's a playmaker that we should know about?
Can we get Kevin Beard to come out of retirement?
Byard?
Byard, Titan legend. Number 31. Wait
a minute, I thought he was still with Chicago.
Yeah.
I thought he was still with Chicago. I'll have to check. Once they leave, I don't keep up with them as much. So that said, T'Vondre Sweat. And the problem with that is he's the guy who, lines up beside Jeffrey Simmons. The problem is he had a tonsillectomy just before they went to Tampa. Yeah. And, it's like I had mine out when I was 4, but sometimes when you're an adult and they have to do that, it isn't easy. So hoping we see him back. They're practicing later today. We get to talk with the GM at 10 o'clock, and we'll see if he is the guy that came in a little slimmer than last year, his rookie season. And, when he's playing well, he's got some get after it that's a little reminiscent of Simmons. And that two as a duo is going to be interesting to watch. But I think that's why they went out and got Shy Tuttle, was to give themselves depth in the middle. Draymond Jones is a guy that they brought in. But yeah, they're looking to see who is going to be this year's Harold Landry. Led this team with 9 sacks. They let him go so they could save some money. And I liked Harold, but those sacks, they were quiet sacks. They didn't really come at moments that swung games. And so that's why, guess what? You either make a noise when it matters or they'll find somebody else.
Absolutely. Teresa, where are you at this weekend?
I will be at Charleston Southern Vanderbilt, and it's on SEC Network Plus and ESPN Plus. Tune in if you, the crane is gone in one end zone. The stadium is this close to being complete. It's the first major renovation since 1981, and the construction workers. I know. Trust me, when they finally put up a video board in the 90s, there was a Florida beat writer looked at that and said, "I got a bigger flat screen in my living room than that." But it is now they've renovated it. They're putting the polishing touches on it, and I'm curious to see how close to done it is on Saturday night.
Is that the Diego Pavia effect, Teresa? Because look, Diego Pavia got it popping around there right now.
Well, he does, Devin, and I've got a story that I moved out this morning on Diego Pavia, but they had this in the works before he arrived.
Okay.
The timing is good, though, because I will say this, somebody, Vandy person reached out to me and said, tickets are up, and it's like, well, yeah. If you're going to have a nicer stadium, if you're going to compete in this age of college athletics, things are going to cost more. Mm-hmm. And I'm sorry, I know people who haven't gone to that stadium in years past because it was a dump.
Where can people find the Diego Pavia story, Teresa?
Well, go to my social. I have shared it on X and Blue Sky. And
that's just Teresa Walker, correct?
Teresa M. Walker. And you can also download the free AP News app and get all your stuff there.
What's a fair expectation for Vanderbilt in this last year of Diego? Diego's not coming back for another one, right?
He might try. He'll try. He gonna try, Teresa.
For another year, can he?
Because he gonna try to get another $1 million because he ain't playing NFL football.
Well, I know. And it's funny in the Netflix special, I think he admitted that he was closer to 5'9". Vandy does list him as 6 foot, and it's like,
come on, man.
I'm 5'4.5", and I can dang near look him in the eye. So, but this is his 6th season, and even though he fought the NCAA and won, he's got really good Vanderbilt attorneys. But that said, this is going to be it. He's talked about how he wants to be a coach in the future. Their schedule is so tough. They go to Alabama, to Texas. They've got to go to Tennessee. In September, they go to South Carolina. So show me what you got. And, Diego Pavia said last week that when he came to Vanderbilt, he was kind of thinking maybe 3 wins. They got 7 last year. Mm-hmm. And they're talking bold because Clark Lee said last week, you got to talk it to start believing it. So I completely understand why. Now the challenge is, stay healthy, and let's see where you're at in November. But, they've got LSU. I think it is LSU coming to town. They've got Florida coming to town. I mean, this schedule is one of the toughest, not just in the SEC, in the nation. Show me. I have picked them to go 8-4 in years, and they've gone, 4 and whatever. So I need to see it. I've covered Vanderbilt since 1992, and they have 4 winning seasons since 1983.
4?
4.
That's Vanderbilt football,
baby.
That's
tough.
Vanderbilt home conference games, we'll say. LSU, Missouri, Auburn, and Kentucky. Teresa, is there a college football game? There's a lot of great ones this weekend, particularly on Saturday, but there's some on Sunday. There's another game on Monday. There's a game Friday that I think is pretty interesting. From when you look at this weekend slate of college football games, is there one that stands out as the most intriguing, most interesting, the one that you care about, the most curious about the result, Teresa?
Tennessee, Syracuse. I mean, I hate to be a bit of a homer, but I want to see what Joey Aguilar can do, if nothing, because the revolving door that is the portal and the Nico saga. I mean, we went from, I had a story that moved on Friday before the Tennessee spring game talking about the wide receivers. And then suddenly it's like, oops, there's Nico drama and he's suddenly not on the team. So I think that somehow Tennessee may have ended up on the better for this because Aguilar threw for more yards. I know people have fixated on his interceptions at App State last year, 14, but people are forgetting Nico. Count the touchdown passes in SEC competition last year. 6.
Ew.
6 in a Josh Heupel offense. That's almost criminal. And they were 77th in the nation in passing offense. I swear, a halfway decent quarterback should be able to do better than that in a hyper offense. 4 new offensive starters on the offensive line, including freshman 5-star David Sanders Jr. at right tackle. I want to watch that game. I will be flipping over to that other game that kicks off at the same time up in the horseshoe. But that's the one I'm curious about most, because if Aguilar is half that, that makes a huge difference in expectations.
Should Tennessee fans be worried is the question. Because I know some Tennessee fans, they got a little sweaty palms this weekend, Teresa, about Syracuse.
Devin. Tennessee fans have always got sweaty palms, okay? I was actually at the 1998 Syracuse-Tennessee game up at the Carrier Dome. I was there with friends. Buddy was an alum of the team, Syracuse, so we were there. I am in the end zone watching through binoculars on that last play of the big controversial, at least in Syracuse eyes, the late pass interference flag. I was watching, I was yelling, "Where is the flag?" Because the DB was way over. It's football. You need to be sweaty. If you care at all, you should be invested. Sweat these games out. There's a reason they toss goalposts in rivers.
Yeah, you're right about that. I'm not gonna lie. I'm kind of sweating about Memphis Chattanooga this weekend, so I'm right on the same boat.
Teresa, thank you so much.
Bad.
Thank you so much for hanging out with us and joining us. We'll talk to you next week, and as always, consensual hard hands, man. Teresa Walker, Associated Press. She joins us every Thursday. She's awesome. Thank her so much.
Shout out Teresa, man.
Yeah. We got more of the stuff to get to. The Memphis women's soccer team, if you hadn't been following them, doing some incredible things. On fire. We're going to talk about them next with my man, Lawrence Dockery, right here on Jessica Benson Show.
The boy is mine.
You ready? I've been ready. What are we waiting for?
Let's face it, there's a lot of trash talk in basketball, but the great teams let their performance do the talking. Like Ford F-150 with Pro Power on board, a class-exclusive industry-first feature that turns your truck into a mobile generator and leaves the competition speechless. Ford F-150, official truck of the Grizzlies. Greatness starts here at your Mid-South Ford dealer. Class is full-size pickups under 8,500 pounds, GVWR.
Dance Kid Dance Tour. Live in Memphis. FedEx Forum Saturday, August 30th. With special guests, Bush and Morgan Wade. Get tickets now at livenation.com. Shinedown, live in concert. For more, visit shinedown.com.
Catch us if you can at Southland Casino Hotel and win your share of up to $1.8 million in free play and prizes. Join us for drawings every Saturday in May, June, and July. Each month, over 900 winners will take home free play or drive off in a new car or motorcycle. Be there for all 6 grand finale drawings and try to catch us if you can, only at Southland Casino Hotel. Must be 21 up. Play responsibly. For help quitting, call 800-522-4700.
Scotty Scheffler ran away with the Open Championship this weekend. My God, this guy, he's not real. Have we reached the point with Scotty Scheffler where you don't have to care a thing about golf, but you still know there's a dude named Scotty Scheffler who is awesome at it?
He is solidified himself as one of the greats in the sport. At this point, probably of all time.
The Gary Parrish Show, live on weekdays at 10 a.m. on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
it's a massive weapon to have you pressuring the ball that far up. It wrecks offenses.
Yeah, and a lot of people don't want to do it. I think that's the main thing. Like, who wants to pick up full court the whole game? And on the opposite end, who wants someone picking them up full court the whole game?
It's annoying.
So it's annoying, so I feel like that's why I like doing it, because it's like, I wouldn't want someone to do it to me the whole game. It just shows how well-conditioned they are, too, because, like, damn, this dude will not stop.
The Chris Vernon Show, live on weekdays at noon on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
Welcome back in, Jessica Benson Show. No Jessica still, she's out. So you got me, you got Devin, and now you got Lawrence Dockery, the host of the 901 Soccer Podcast. You can catch it on Bluff City Media. Lawrence is so kind to join us today, take time out of his busy schedule. Lawrence, what's going on, man?
Oh, nothing much, man. Just excited to be back on the show. Excited to talk about an elite Memphis women's soccer program.
Elite? Like, we talked with Coach Monaghan last week at the Tigers practice facility. He was downplaying how good they were. He said, yo, we were real young. Right now we're playing well, but that youthfulness might catch up with us soon. He was downplaying how good they were. We're like, Coach, you're ranked nationally. They had just come off a big win. They got 2 more big wins since then. He, I think, would shy away from the phrase elite, but you just threw it out there first 20 seconds of the show. What makes you so comfortable saying that this Tigers women's soccer program and soccer team this year is an elite?
Well, it's the history and the consistent and sustained success of the program. I mean, you look over at the athletic department at the University of Memphis, I think you'd be hard-pressed to find a more stable, more consistently successful program. That includes football and men's basketball. They got screwed out of an NCAA tournament appearance last year, which was totally asinine. They were ranked in the top 25 the entire season. They went 13-2-4. Their 2 losses were to NCAA tournament teams, and they didn't go to the tournament, which was absolutely insane. But, Coach Monaghan is right. This is an incredibly young team. I think it's the youngest in program history. They've got 1 senior and 2 juniors. But to get recruited and to play for the University of Memphis, regardless of whether you're a freshman, sophomore, junior, or senior, you're probably going to be a pretty good soccer player. That's the level of success that this program has achieved and continued to achieve. And thus far, they're 4-0-0 on the season, and they have been very, very impressive. I'm sure Coach Monaghan will be the first one to tell you there's still plenty of things they can learn and plenty of things they can improve on. But, you've played 4 games, you've won 4 games. 2 of those have been against SEC opponents, and 2 of those that were against non-SEC opponents, you won 6-0 and 7-0. So they've been very good. They've still got some tough tests ahead here in the non-conference schedule. They play Missouri tonight out at South Campus.
That's a doubleheader.
That is, yes. This is the second straight men's-women's doubleheader. The men's team plays Mercer at 5, and we can talk more about them in a minute. And then the women's team is going to be approximately 7:30 or somewhere around 30 minutes after the men's game finishes.
I saw Lawrence, the women's soccer team has won 30 straight games at the crib. 30 straight. That's over a 3-year span.
They're unbeaten.
They're unbeaten.
There's a couple of draws in there, but yes, nobody has come to South Campus and beat the Memphis women's team since I think 2022, maybe. It's a tough place to come in and win, and they're redoing. I don't know if you guys are aware of. I'm sure CJ and Devin, when you were out there, you saw that there's just a big dirt patch and some temporary bleachers over there right now. The crowds have still, for all 3 of the women's games and for the 1 men's game so far this year, the crowds have been fantastic.
And it's such a cool thing, right? Because everybody's coming out in their lawn chairs, basically. Like,
correct,
come out lawn chair, picnic blanket, and let's watch some good soccer.
Yes, and they had it's not just that they were allowed to; they were encouraged to bring their chairs. I had both Coach Mulrooney and Coach Monaghan on my show, and they said, "Bring a chair, bring a blanket, bring whatever you want." And the Vandy game the other night, the Ole Miss game last Sunday were packed out, and I would expect tonight to. Well, I guess it might be raining tonight, but I would expect next Thursday,
That's the big
We
one.
got game of this. We got game of the century called
Let's
College
go.
Game Day.
Game of the century.
Yes. If both teams can get there undefeated, you're going to have a top two, perhaps a number one Tennessee come into Memphis to play, hopefully, an undefeated Memphis team. Now, we in the media can afford to look ahead to that. The team obviously cannot. They got a tough game tonight against Missouri. They got on Sunday, they're going on the road to Iowa State. And that might just be one little extra bullet in the chamber for, hey, Big 12, we keep beating you in all of these sports. Like, for example, Memphis women's soccer, I don't believe, has lost to a Big 12 team since 2019.
They're 8-1 since
in a row
2018.
and like 8 out of 9. So, tonight's they got to get through tonight. They got to get through Sunday at Iowa State. But next Thursday, you could be looking at a number 1 Tennessee, number 2 Tennessee coming to play a top 15, hopefully top 10 Memphis team. And, whether it's, whatever sport it is, Memphis versus Tennessee moves the needle here.
Absolutely.
It could be,
I'll be there.
football, men's basketball, women's soccer, baseball, softball, whatever. Like, it's going to move the needle. So if you have 2 undefeated, 2 top 10 teams out there at South Campus, that's going to be, I don't think we're going to have ever seen anything like that, which is crazy to say because within the last 4 years, the Memphis women's team has hosted a pair of NCAA tournament games.
Yeah, this is going to be fun if we could get there. Everybody unbeaten, or in the case of Memphis, like undefeated, like winning 6-0, 6-0-0. That would be a whole lot of fun. They are 4-0, excuse me, for the first time. Not for the first time, but for the 4th time in program history. Who are some players who we should know about, who we should all be talking about on this women's squad?
Well, the one who is probably already a superstar and has like the biggest superstar potential is Ashley Henderson. She's a local product. She played at Harding, I believe, in high school. I don't think anybody had a better spring or summer than Ashley Henderson at the University of Memphis. She represented the U.S. women's national futsal team at the inaugural CONCACAF futsal qualifying tournament.
What is futsal?
Yeah, I was going to ask, but I don't want to be that person. But yes.
I know football. I know soccer. I'm unaware of futsal.
Yeah, what is that? A new sport?
Futsal. I'm not super sure on all of the specifics of it, but it is some form of indoor soccer.
Okay, there we go. Okay, I got you.
Visually, when you look at it, it looks kind of like soccer on a basketball court.
Got it. I know exactly what it is because I played that in intramurals. I was a goalie. Okay, so she's had a good summer. She's lighting things up. Who else?
So not only did she represent the U.S. and score 2 goals for the U.S. women's futsal team, she also went to the TST, which is like the TBT but for soccer.
Okay.
And scored the game-winning overtime goal in the semifinals to send her team to the final. Not only that, she scored it against probably the greatest U.S. women's goalkeeper ever in Hope Solo.
Okay.
So
I'd argue a listen there, but I got you. I rock with it.
Ashley Henderson is I don't think anybody had a better spring or summer than Ashley Henderson. But, it's the youngest team ever, so a lot of these freshmen have really stepped up. Ellis Kelly, I think, is like 5th or 6th in the nation in goal contributions with 4 goals and 3 assists, I want to say. And then Talia Brooks has a couple of goals this year, one of which against Kennesaw State made SportsCenter's top 10 last week. So there's some the talent. The team is young, but the talent is there and the potential is there, and so far they're living up to that potential.
Over on the men's side of things for the Tigers, what's going on with them this season?
So they haven't had as good of a start to the season. You look at the history of Memphis men's soccer, and they have not been as successful as the women's program. I don't think there's any disputing that. But the last 3 years for Memphis men's soccer have probably been the 3 most successful in the history of the program. They had an NCAA tournament appearance in 2022. They hosted and won an NCAA tournament game in 2023. I think over 1,000 people showed up for that one. And then they won an AAC regular season title last year and hosted the conference tournament. Got off to a rough start in the non-conference schedule last year, and so that put them in a position where it's essentially win the conference tournament to get in, and they didn't do that. Because for not just for men's soccer, but everybody in Memphis knows the burden of proof on the Tigers is always so much higher than it is on everybody else. And this year, Coach Mulrooney stressed two things from the offseason. He said, this is reload and not rebuild, and that the quality of the locker room is one of the best he's ever had. Now, so far this season, it's been a little bit of a rough start. They went on the road to Lipscomb to open up the season, and they got a draw. Lipscomb was a team that the last several years has kind of had their number, so that was a result that was, I don't know if it buoyed you or not, but it was not a depressing result by any stretch of the imagination. But then they hosted Belmont in game one of last Sunday's doubleheader, and they lost that game 2-0, and that's probably a game they're supposed to win. That is, they had played Belmont, I think, 20 times and only lost to them once. And so to drop that one at home was frustrating. And but it's young. It's early in the season. It's 2 games. The sky is not falling. I'm going to rely on what Coach Mulrooney has said, in that reload, not rebuild, and the quality and the strength of the team is the locker room. And this is when that locker room gets tested, is when you have a little bit of adversity, which they've had through 2 games this season. And I think we're going to see the next 4 games. They've got Mercer tonight. Sunday, they go to Evansville, who was an NCAA tournament team last year, if I'm not mistaken. They get a home game against Florida Gulf Coast, not the 2013 Dunk City Gulf Coast, unfortunately, but the soccer program. And then they go to Jacksonville. So I'm expecting in these next 4 games a solid couple of bounce back performances from last Sunday's game against Belmont.
Lawrence, you're remarkably plugged into the soccer scene in the city, but you also follow international soccer and soccer here in the States. Messi had a big performance last night. His 2 late goals helped lift Inter Miami over what it was, the Orlando club.
Orlando FC, I think.
City.
Orlando City.
Yeah.
Over Orlando City.
So, funnily enough, Orlando City actually, even though that Memphis 901 FC has forever deprived us of their company, Orlando City did come play Memphis 901 FC in the U.S. Open Cup in 2019, and they played that out at Mike Rose, and the stadium capacity out at Mike Rose is 2,500, and there were over 3,000 people at that game. And then you got towards the end, and there were fewer than 2,500 people at AutoZone Park per game, which just broke my heart. But yes, Messi. What are you going to say about Messi, right?
He's timeless, man. Like
is he timeless, right? Like he's over here doing it, but like he's still really, really, really good, right? What are your thoughts about Messi? Can he get Inter Miami some sort of a trophy this season? They missed out on all the other trophies that they could have possibly gotten this year.
They were the one MLS team that advanced to the knockout stage at the Club World Cup this summer, the new and expanded Club World Cup, which was hosted here in the U.S., including 3 games up the road in Nashville. They won the Leagues Cup in his first season in 2023. They won the Supporter Shield, which goes to the team with the best regular season record, and then they flamed out in the first round of the playoffs last year. And then this year, they've got the chance to win the Leagues Cup because last night was the Leagues Cup semifinal. So they are going to the final, and I didn't stay up to watch the Seattle Sounders and the LA Galaxy, so I don't know who won that game. But it's every time you get just a little bit worried that maybe he's missed 1 too many games with injury and his age might be catching up with him, he goes out and puts on a performance like last night. Yeah. And the funny thing about the Leagues Cup is without getting too deep into the weeds, I held the same opinion about the Leagues Cup that a lot of people hold about the NBA in-season tournament. It's just this weird fake tournament that everybody's trying to make a big deal, but it's really not that big of a deal. The Leagues Cup was designed solely to get money from the Mexican fans in this country, because it's a tournament between MLS teams and Liga MX teams from Mexico. And not only I've got a piece coming out once the tournament is over for Beyond the 90, where you look at the Leagues Cup crowds versus the regular MLS crowds, and they're in the toilet. And it's really funny that even the Mexican fans who will spend and cannot, will not, and have not ever been priced out, which is incredible. Like the Mexican national team plays 20 games in the U.S. every year. They average 55,000 people a game. And so all these Mexican club teams are part of this tournament, and they all got knocked out early on. And so you have nothing but MLS teams left and have lost the ability to cash in on the Mexican fans. And this tournament really wouldn't have any sort of legitimacy except for the fact that when Inter Miami won it in 2013, that was when Messi's first 6 games in MLS were in the Leagues Cup in 2023, and he went and scored, I think, in every single game except one. So without Messi, this tournament would have been DOA, and now all the eggs are in the Messi basket, and Inter Miami's going to the final again.
Absolutely. Lawrence, where can everybody find all of your stuff to get more from you, man?
So you can find me on Twitter, on X at LDoc93, and of course the 901 Soccer Podcast at 901 Soccer Pod. I've got a podcast episode today coming out. We're going to be doing a weekly Tigers Roundup show, and last night was the first one of those, previewing tonight's games, talking about how the season's gone thus far, that sort of thing. And then, of course, I have a written preview and a written recap of every single home game. Each of the men's and the women's team has one Power Conference road game, so I'll be doing a preview for that. The women's team, like I said, is going to Iowa State. Later this year, the men's team goes to North Carolina, who is one of the blue bloods of men's college soccer. They've got 2 national championships and I think have gone to like 19 of the last 20 NCAA tournaments. So that's a big non-conference get. They do come here. That's one thing I did want to mention. Coach Morty mentioned North Carolina men come here next year, so it's a home and home. So yeah, it's where you can find all my written content on Beyond the 90, and then all of the video content is over on the Bluff City Media YouTube channel.
Awesome, Lawrence. Thank you so much, man. Have a good one. We'll holler at you.
Be easy.
Thanks for having me on.
Lawrence Dockery, host of the 901 Soccer Podcast on Bluff City Media. We got a whole lot of TVs on in here.
Yeah.
And in the
Did
background,
you see what I just saw?
In the background, First Take doing the HBCU tour at Norfolk State to kick things off, and it is live. It is
bro.
live on campus, dog. That's exciting to see.
Hey, Cam Newton walked out with the Michael Vick jersey, had the Majorets dancing, the Qs was out there doing their thing, and the band slapping. Man, look, CJ. Look, man. It's lit, bro, Norfolk State. Hey, look. I don't know what that's an ugly mascot. I don't know what their mascot is, but we rocking with Norfolk State. Y'all look how to put my Michael Vick jersey out today, bro. I might have to go home and get that mother for the Chris Burton show. My Wi-Fi went out.
I thought you said something else. I thought you said mother effer.
Did I say that?
I hope you didn't. We got more to get to on the other side. Jessica Benson Show.
Grizzlies fans know it's the team that gives you the edge. Big River Steel does too. And much like the Grizzlies have recruited legendary talent, we want you to be part of our team. Are you ready to be part of something legendary? Then visit www.bigriversteel.com. That's www.bigriversteel.com.
Kroger shoppers and Grizz fans. Want exclusive last-minute discounted ticket deals texted straight to you? Sign up with the new Kroger Buzzer Beater deal. Fans can sign up by texting Grizz to 636-479 or visit your local Kroger store in the Delta Division and scan the QR code. By signing up, you agree to receive recurring automated promotional and personalized marketing text messages from the Memphis Grizzlies. Consent is not a condition of any purchase. Message frequency varies. Message and data rates may apply.
Sonic Radio. Welcome back to Sonic RNDIO. That spells radio with me, the CIO. This just in, the new Sonic $1.99 menu lets you build a crave-worthy meal for just $1.99 an item, whether that's a creamy shake, crispy tots, or a quarter-pound double cheeseburger. This just out. Ostriches. They're mean, not very cute, and in my opinion, way too big for a bird. Don't miss the Sonic Fun 99 menu. 5 items, always $1.99. Live free, eat Sonic.
Tax not included. See menu for details.
When were you fine being a role player?
I always think of myself as a star player because I'm doing stuff that guys don't want to do. I'm making winning plays. The whole goal of this game is to win basketball games. I think of Alex Caruso, he's a star player to me. Drew Holiday is a star player to me.
Yes, indeed.
TA is a star player to me. You know
First
what I mean?
team.
Yeah.
The Chris Vernon Show, live on weekdays at noon on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
Scottie Scheffler ran away with the Open Championship this weekend. My God, this guy, he's not real. Have we reached the point with Scottie Scheffler where you don't have to care a thing about golf, but you still know there's a dude named Scottie Scheffler who is awesome at it?
He is solidified himself as one of the greats in the sport. At this point, probably of all time.
The Gary Parrish Show, live on weekdays at 10 a.m. on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
Welcome back in, everybody. The hypest your campus ever got, Devin.
University of Memphis. The hypest it ever got was for the spring bling we used to have. Not spring bling. Little spring concert we used to have.
Spring fling.
Spring fling. Let's just call it something.
Okay.
Spring. It was spring something, but it was. I think we had when Big Sean was at his peak. Peak Big Sean came and performed. It was lit. I'll never forget that day.
Okay.
What was the hypest yours ever got?
The whole day. The whole day was just nonstop from I don't know what time college kids get out onto
Probably about
the quad.
About first class at 8 a.m. They really don't start matriculating out there until about 10:30, 11 o'clock.
Okay.
11 o'clock. Then it was just lit.
All right.
What's the hypest yours ever got?
Every homecoming.
Every homecoming?
Every single homecoming.
Memphis, bro, you know what's crazy? Memphis homecoming was never really that crazy. Because I guess it's such a commuter school.
Okay.
It was they had events, but it was spread out events.
Yeah, did anybody bring I don't want to say bring a TV crew, but did a TV network come through, a First Take come through and kick it on campus? See, when I was in undergrad, BET was still doing their HBCU campus stops and campus tours. And so they would come through and Tuskegee would get kind of lively. But most of the time, that type of energy that we're seeing from Norfolk State right now, that just reminds me of homecoming. That's homecoming every single year.
Every single year. So the time college game day came, they came down here to the Forum.
Were you still in college? Oh wait, yes.
When it was snowing,
for the basketball.
When it was snowing outside, it was Memphis versus UConn.
Yeah.
I would never forget staying up all night long, standing right in front of the Forum, sleeping basically on the floor to make sure I'm front row for college game day.
Okay.
And now I remember that day. That full day was crazy. But other than that, I have a photo of me on TV. My mom sent it to me. She was like, "Look at you." I'm like, "Yeah, Mom, I'm sleepy as a mother." But I had a good time. So that's probably if I bet you if they moved that college game day on campus, it would have been that same kind of energy. But the fact that they had it at the arena down here, it was lit, bro. We was I'll never forget laying on the concrete outside FedEx Forum to make sure I was front row for that. So yeah, that's
did anybody walk by bringing hot chocolate or food or anything like that? Or were y'all just out there just thugging
we were
it out?
freezing, bro. I think it was snowing on the ground.
Nobody had a tent? Sleeping bag?
Bro, blankets, bro, barely.
Blankets?
Thugging it out.
Y'all went out there with blankets in the wintertime.
On the cold concrete.
On the pavement.
Yeah, we were thugging it out, man. It was more like leaning up on top of each other.
So wait. Y'all brought blankets and no pillows?
Yeah, we did not really think that through.
Okay, all right.
But yeah, shout out to that was fun though, man. Shout out to I don't know what year that was, but Memphis versus UConn, college game day at the Forum. I never forget that day. But yeah, we need more stuff like that. That was lit, boy.
Yeah.
That's lit.
That's good stuff. That's good stuff. That's fun, man. That is real fun. What else is real fun? Asia Wilson.
Woo! Who pissed Asia Wilson off, CJ?
She's got to let it go at this point, Devin.
Who pissed her off?
She's been doing this all damn season. If you're saying who pissed Asia Wilson off after this game? They knocked off the Dream. They're in sole possession of second place. They're in the driver's seat for the number 2 overall seed in the W. Another 30-point performance by A'ja Wilson. I do believe it's her 11th 30-point performance of the season. Leads the W in 30-point games. 12th straight win for the Aces. That ties their longest stretch as a franchise, but it's the longest stretch that they've had since coming to Vegas. If you're saying to me, hey, who the hell pissed A'ja off the last 12 games? My comeback is she's been doing this all season.
She has.
She's been doing this since whenever the hell the season started. So why has she not let it go at this
That's
point?
what I'm saying.
How mad can she be, honestly?
A'ja, you got to chill, because I think the last game they lost by 50, I believe, right, to the Minnesota Lynx.
They called it ass.
They called a good BTA ass whooping. And ever since that moment, CJ, like you said, 12 straight wins. I have her numbers. On the 12-game winning streak, A'ja Wilson's averaging 27 points per game, 13 rebounds, shooting 51% from the field in this 12-game winning streak. She had at least 2 games in this stretch where she had 30 points and 20 rebounds. She's had damn near a double-double in every game. She's doing it on both ends. I don't know. I got to say it, CJ. You taking your team from the 8th seed, from the depths of the 8th seed. I'm an Aces fan. We were damn near about to bury the Aces. It was like, yo, is it time to break it up? Is it time for Chelsea Gray to retire? Jewel Lloyd, the off-sequence acquisition didn't work out. But things flipped. It flipped. And now the Aces are in second place. And A'ja Wilson, CJ, I'm sorry. I got to say it.
MVP?
The chants were last night at Atlanta Dream game. They were chanting MVP, MVP. I know Howard, she didn't like it. She didn't like the MVP chants. But when you got the MVP at your free throw line, putting the Aces on her back night in and night out, you got to salute, man. She might be the MVP of the league right now.
Jackie Young had the triple-double.
Triple-double for sure, yeah.
10, and 11, I think.
First player in Aces history to have multiple triple-doubles in a game. Shout out
in a
Jackie
game
Young.
or in a season?
In a season.
There we go.
There we go. We got it right.
Wanted to clean that up a little bit.
Yeah.
I've been saying it off and on for a week and a half, maybe 2 weeks, that A'ja's the MVP. But then one of them other two get out there, and them other two, Alyssa Thomas, and you throw in Nafisha Collier as well. They get out there and do some outlandish stuff as well. You know, and I feel like the conversation, you couldn't have the conversation earlier in the season about whether or not A'ja Wilson was an MVP candidate because the Aces as a team weren't good enough.
Nope.
But A'ja was.
A'ja was good. The rest of the team was not good.
A'ja was carrying them, and she still is carrying them. But she was carrying them, and there was no help, and there was the results were losses, not wins. Now she's still putting up incredible numbers. The same incredible numbers she was putting up at the start of the season. The difference is they're winning.
Yes.
And so now that they're winning, now that they aren't 9-11, which they were middle of July, now that they aren't taking 58-point ass whoopings or 53-point ass whoopings, whatever it was, to the Lynx.
The Lynx BTA.
Now that they at home they took that ass.
That was like
and now that that's not happening, and you've rattled off not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, not 5, not 6, not 7, not 8, not 9, not 10, not 11, not 12.
12 straight
You rattled
dubs.
off 12 straight wins, and A'ja Wilson is still incredible. Listen, man. Shout out to Nafisha Collier. Shout out to Alyssa Thomas, man. I would go A'ja 1, Thomas 2, Collier 3.
Collier 3, yeah.
Like that would be if I had the vote. Those would be my top 3. I just don't know how you can see what the Aces are doing right now and what A'ja's been doing all season long and think to yourself, all right, somebody else has got to be the MVP. Whoever was getting the MVP this year, let's say the Aces, A'ja continues to play the way Asia's playing, and the results aren't the wins. The results are some losses thrown in there, right? Let's take out the team success that's come with it. I've always been of the mindset that you can give the MVP, whoever earned the MVP for that year, fine, they're the MVP. But the best basketball player in the women's game is A'ja Wilson.
1,000%.
Like that's always been my mindset. Even when the team was struggling, it is, okay, they're struggling, but it ain't Asia's fault.
No.
Asia's not struggling. Asia's still that dudette. Now with the team success, the best basketball player in the W and the MVP hand in hand is A'ja Wilson for me, man.
By far. And like you said, it has to be, it speaks to you that the Atlanta crowd, they're not a Rudy Poo team. They're a top 3-4 seed in the W.
If they won last night, they'd be the 2 seed.
Exactly.
Right? Like that game was for driver's seat for the second overall seed.
In that third quarter, A'ja dominating the game on both ends, blocking shots, getting to the midi. Like, I'm like, okay, it's different. Then she gets to the free throw line in the fourth quarter, and their fans of a top 3 seed in the W are chanting for her to be the MVP. I think that's the moment. Like, people always ask, what is the Heisman moment? What is your Heisman moment? Last night, CJ, for me, beating the Atlanta Dream the way they did, controlling the game, the things she did, that is her Heisman moment. That is her MVP moment. A'ja Wilson is your MVP. I'll debate your refrigerator, debate your mama, debate your daddy. A'ja Wilson is your MVP, man. She cold, boy. She is cold, CJ. She had one game in the stretch where when they played the Sky, Angel Reese did a good job on her, where she kind of held her to a low field goal percentage, low points, but even that game, like you said, the Jackie Youngs of the world stepped up.
Mm-hmm. And that's been what's missing.
Chelsea Gray, I think she dropped the 30 ball, 25 in that game. Jewel Lower, like you said, stepping up. What's the girl with the low cut? Belle. I hate when she gets on the court, but she even producing too. She stretches me out, but she even producing too. But like it's been a team effort. Like, it's not the usual suspects of like the Kelsey Plums of the world that you're used to, but they're figuring it out because you got the MVP.
Yeah. And listen, I say all of that. The Mercury, I just have to check the schedule. The Mercury play the Sky. Alyssa Thomas could go for 20, 20, and 11 or something like that. Yeah. And that would change
Yeah,
everything about
this conversation could change.
But as of right now, today, I will give it to A'ja. And listen, there are like 6, 7 games for most teams left. We're coming up against the end of the W season, and it's been a terrific ride. Caitlin Clark has missed most of the season with her lower body injury, and she was out there doing walkthroughs with the team before their game a couple of nights ago. So it's looking like she's getting revved back up to get back out there on the court. They want her to go through some contact. You know, you can't be Caitlin Clark and just step back onto the court and be like, okay, I'm good to go. I did conditioning. I'm ready. Because Caitlin Clark, the way that teams are playing her is so different and it's so physical to the point to where, all right, you've got to. Part of your conditioning is getting contact, is being bumped into, and is being guarded the way that teams are going to guard you the full length of the court, grabbing, touching, bumping, pushing, pulling. You got to be able to handle that as well. So here's hoping, fingers crossed, she gets back before the end of the season, gets her win back in her, gets into a bit of a rhythm, a bit of a flow, and the Fever can get into the playoffs as well. It's going to be a great stretch.
I can't wait.
I can't wait to see how this all plays out.
What'd you think about the logo? What do you think about the CC logo? The Nike logo they unveiled?
It's fine. The CCC, like
Chanel gonna make a phone call.
I like logos that use the space to also be a logo.
Yeah.
And so there's the 2 C's, and then there's a third C in the middle, and then there's like C's in the empty space as well. I like it. It's cool. It's cool with me. You think Chanel gonna call somebody?
Chanel gonna make a call. I think Chanel gonna make a phone call.
You think that looks like Chanel?
It's way too close to the Chanel
joint. I didn't think it
joint.
looked like Chanel.
It's way too close. Like in the double C Chanel.
Yeah, the double C is, but it's not that type of C. Hold on, now I'm wondering.
Go look at the Chanel logo.
If you can grab the Chanel logo, because I don't see it.
Put that thing up on the screen.
It looks like a different C entirely, and it's different because the Caitlin Clark, the Chanel C's aren't they both going like this?
They're going the other way, I guess.
Yeah, they're going.
Caitlin Clark's are going that way.
Caitlin Clark's are like actual C's.
Okay.
So one C is here, one C is here. Like this, the Chanel C's are like that, with one C going left and the other C coming back right, if I recall correctly.
Yeah.
So I think
they might be all right.
Yeah, I think it's cool.
Okay, they might be all right.
I think it's.
By the way, they gave those shirts away at the game last week on eBay. They're going for like $3,000.
Good Lord.
Like, come on, bro.
Goodness.
Come on, man. But if y'all want to send me one,
send it.
You know where to
send it.
You know where to find
191
us.
Beale Street, Memphis, Tennessee. 38103. Attention, Devin Walker. Please.
There you go. Send it to me and make sure to drop it off on my desk. I would love to have it, baby.
Oh, man. Let's get to some movie news before we get out of here. Devin, first, before we get into the newsy side of things, have you seen any good movies? Are you anticipating any movies?
You see, you know me, bro. My attention span is of like a squirrel. The last movie I probably watched was Janky Promoters. I rewatched that a couple days ago. So, no, I don't watch movies, bro. I was supposed to go see that. What's that scary movie that everybody's been talking about?
Weapons?
I was supposed to go see that, but my homeboy told me don't go see it.
Why did he tell you?
He said, bro, that thing is like 2.5 hours long.
Yeah.
It's long?
It's a fine movie.
Would you recommend me going to see it?
Do you like scary movies?
That's one of the genres I actually like. I like scary. I like comedy. Don't
then
bore
go
me
see
with
it.
your dramatic shit.
Then go see it. I think you could see it.
Okay.
And if you don't want to go see it in theaters, I saw it in theaters, and they did some cool things with the sound in the theater to make it sound like people and things are coming behind you and
I
stuff.
thought you were gonna tell me to go see it on bootleg.
But if you if you could just wait for it to come to streaming, man, and watch it in pieces in streaming. So if it's too long for you, just chop it up into 20-minute bits, and you'll be good to go. So yeah, that I saw that one. Like I said, I saw that one the weekend after it came out, and I was pleased with it. It's not one of the scariest movies. It's not gonna go down in history, I don't think.
Is it entertaining enough?
It's very entertaining, thoroughly entertaining.
See, that you said the magic words. You said
I was entertained the whole time.
You said the E word.
I will say that I still think if I see a little kid running like this, doing with the arms out with the little airplane.
That's a Naruto run, ain't it?
Huh?
That's
Naruto is straight back, airplane run with the arms out.
Oh, like
so
this?
Like they're flying. Like if they're running like this at me, I'm gonna kick them in the face immediately.
Oh no!
And that's a sign of a good scary movie where it changes how you think about innocent little innocuous type things.
That's the way I feel about The Ring, because to this day, CJ, I'm a grown adult, barely. When I watch a movie, if I see the little shh at the end, I freak out. No, I mean like that. So that
you think something's crawling out of the screen.
I think I'm about to. So if I see it come up on the screen and my phone rings, I'll freak out. Because you remember that movie? Yeah. If you saw it, they would call you, say you're gonna die in like 3 days or something like that. So yeah. So if it makes a lasting impact, I'm with it. The Ring has scarred me for life, bro.
That wouldn't happen with this generation of kid.
Yeah.
Because we don't have VCR, so you don't get that.
That's true.
We don't have the box TV. Like that, crawling out of the box TV, because the box TV was long enough in the back for there to potentially be something in the back.
Exactly.
That's not happening with the flat screen. And then the phone call is on a landline.
It was on a landline, yes.
Like, it's not
the
on
home
your cell
phone.
The home phone. So you weren't able to check caller ID to avoid the call. So yeah, no, it wouldn't hit the same if it came out this year. If you tried to show somebody who is a legitimate child, like a 10, 11, 12-year-old. You're like, okay, what's going on here? You got to explain all of these things before I'd even begin to feel
what is this thing on the wall?
Of fear.
That's a TV? Yeah, that's a TV, bro. Why is it so big? It's a TV.
Listen, and when the bigger the TV, the richer you were, boy.
Yeah, you're right. Or the longer the back of the TV.
That long back TV,
shout out Grandma, man. She held that long back TV for about 45 years.
That long back TV, where it landed in the house, that's just where it was.
That's wherever it was. Because look.
It took 6 people to get it in.
Heavy as hell.
Man.
World's strongest man. Shout out to the long back TVs, man. But you were telling me about this K-pop movie that's about to come out.
So KPOP Demon Hunter came out on Netflix maybe about a month ago. I watched it with my niece and my nephew. They had already seen it like 10 times, so they were singing all the words to the song. And I'm at my sister-in-law's house. We were doing a little movie night. We're sitting down watching it. And I'm thinking, oh, okay, cool. This is something that they like. I didn't think anything else of it. It was a good movie.
Mm-hmm.
It's best I can describe it. Josie and the Pussycats meet Beetleborgs. Or Sailor Moon, but music.
Okay.
Music
Shout out Sailor Moon, by the way.
And so Netflix was like, okay, let's just give it a limited theatrical run. We try not to do that. I can't remember the last Netflix movie that they decided to put in the theaters. They just threw it in the theaters and ended up being #1 in the box office this past weekend. 18 million. It overtook Weapons and Freakiest or the Freaky Deaky Friday, whichever one that was.
Yeah, they should not have remixed that movie, by the way.
Well, listen, I hadn't seen it yet, so I'll withhold judgment. But it surpassed those two for #1 in the box office. And what it was a sing-along. And so the lyrics are up on screen, and you can sing along with them.
Like karaoke.
And the kids in the theaters loved it. If you hadn't seen videos of it come across your social media feed, you got to go find them because the theater is rocking. You've got parents in the back with the kids down on right in front of the screen. So you know where that last row or the first row of seats are. They're up there. They don't need the words.
No.
They don't need the lyrics on the screen. They know the words. They're just singing along to it. And I did not realize how popular this movie was. Most watched film in Netflix history. It surpasses Red for that honor. More than 236 million views. You've got 4 songs on the Billboard Top 10 simultaneously. That's the first time that's ever happened. And there's talks already with Sony and Netflix about, hey, what do we need? When can we get part 2 out?
I know, right?
We want part 2.
Yeah.
We want a TV series. Yep. We want merch. Yep. When can we get this out?
We need
there?
the cups. We need it all.
Need it all, man.
The whole line. That's crazy, but because they kind of broke the formula, like putting the words on the screen for kids. And also, K-pop's already super popular anyway. Like,
and that was
it got Andrew Wiggins in the All-Star game.
That was the thing that I took away from it. The main thing was, look at this little black-ass boy and this little black-ass girl singing these songs by these South Koreans.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that so many times when we talk about movies and we talk about representation in movies, one, we focus on black versus white and a bit too much. And 2, we try and force diversity in, and if it doesn't make sense for the movie, it's not going to be good, and that's not what we're looking for. This is an original thought. This is an original movie with Korean girls, maybe young women. I'll say young women. I don't know how old they are, but with these Korean young women out there being badasses, and everybody loves them. Little boys love them. Little girls love them. Little white boys love them. Little black girls love them. Right?
Crazy.
Like it's just, if you've got a good movie, if you've got a good premise, it'll work. You don't have to necessarily thrust diversity or force it.
Make it natural.
There on like we make it natural. Do it the way it's supposed to be done. Talk about James Bond all the time. Like, who's gonna be the first black James Bond? And people like, yo, we don't want a black James Bond. Nobody wants that.
For what?
We don't want one. You know what you could do? Just make a really cool black character. Like, just do that. Don't take a white character and make it black. That's not what we're asking for. And too often, that becomes the case. And in this instance, it's not. And it's a great story, and it works, and everybody loves it. As is evident by the numbers, as is evident by what pops off in theaters around the nation. I think it's still in theaters on the limited run. It looked so fun. The videos did, Devin. I contemplated, even though I've already seen the movie, my wife has already seen the movie, and the niece and the nephew have seen it about 25 times by this point in time. I contemplated going to the theaters to sit down with them and watch this and have that cool little moment.
Okay, I was going to ask you, maybe I'm out of pocket. Maybe I shouldn't. I can't go to the theaters and see it by myself.
You can.
Is that weird?
No.
What?
Listen, you're talking to the wrong one. I go to theaters alone.
I'm talking about to a kids movie, bro.
I go to all of them alone.
I don't need nobody calling the cops on me, CJ.
Nobody's gonna call the cops. You plan on going full diddler out here? What are you talking about?
I'm just saying, like,
you showing up to the theater with baby
on?
Just show up.
I'm just saying, grown man sitting by himself in the back of the theater watching a K-pop movie. I don't want the cops calling on me.
They're not gonna be calling on you.
Okay,
Where your hands gonna be? Like, what are we talking about?
So do I call a little kid to come with me? Like, hey.
Well, you could, because it would be, honestly, it would be more fun with a kid. If you want to borrow one that I know, I'll give you one.
I'm gonna have to borrow a kid. Let me rent a kid for a day. I'm gonna rent a kid for a day, like Blockbuster.
Yeah, you can, wait, Blockbuster rent a kid?
No, I'm saying like rent it like a Blockbuster movie.
I got you.
Because I don't really got no little kids in my life really like no more.
Okay.
Like everybody that I was like, yeah. So I'm gonna have to rent a kid.
My nephew is 6, my niece is like 12, and both of them loved it.
Oh, they said it's on Netflix, so I don't have to rent it.
Yeah, it is on Netflix, so you don't have to go to the theater.
I can watch it in the confines of my home.
But I thought you didn't have Netflix. Taking it all the way back to the beginning of the show.
I didn't finish that part of the story.
Okay.
She took it away, but then Mom Dukes came through.
There we go.
Mom Dukes said, you need a Netflix? I got you. Here's the password. But the way shiesty Netflix is, you know how it is, CJ.
I'm aware.
You're not in the same household as this person. So I had to call Moms and be like, Mom, can you send me the code so I can get to Netflix again? So now, for right now, I think we're Gucci. But no, I was booted on Netflix, but then Mom came through because like Mom does, she always saves the day.
Yeah.
So shout out Mom, man. I love my mom. I talked to my mom yesterday. She called me just a small talk yesterday.
There we
like
go.
10:30 p.m. I said, what are you doing? What are you doing? She said, I saw Mom. So anytime I see my mom's name at like 10:30, 10:45, I'm like, oh.
Answer.
What's happening?
Yeah.
So I pick up and she says, what are you doing? I said, playing the game. Oh, okay. That's all you wanted?
That's it.
Oh, okay. You making sure your house is clean? Yeah. I'm like, yeah. You been eating? Yeah.
Oh, she worried about you. She worried about you. She said, ain't no woman there to look out for my baby. Somebody got to make sure he doing right because he be living wrong. I know he be living wrong.
She's like, I was like, yeah, I'm good, Mom. She's like, oh, okay. Well, I'm on the way home. I was like, all right, bye. Like, okay. But no, man, I love my mom. Man. Anybody that knows my mom, man, knows my mom is the GOAT. So yes, I thought it was just, moms just called it just a small talk. They just want to make sure you're good.
Yeah.
Just make sure you're straight.
I'll talk to mine every morning before the show.
Really?
Yeah.
7 a.m.?
6.
6 a.m.
6. She hits your boy up just to make sure I'm straight. So tomorrow before the show, she'll call me. You'll be in tomorrow.
Yeah, I'll be here tomorrow.
I'll be here tomorrow.
I'll be here tomorrow.
I'll talk to my mama beforehand. We'll recap the Thursday games. We'll talk some about some music. We got Music Friday coming up on the show tomorrow. Lang Whitaker is going to join us. We're going to do our hell yeah, it's time for the Rise and Grind games of the week. We'll be breaking down 4.
Do you have a name for that at one point?
Yeah, Rise and Grind game of the week.
Regal. Regal, yeah.
It's Regal season, baby. Devin's going to give us 4 games. I'll have 4. Lang will have 4. It'll be great. Don't want to miss it. Thank you guys for hanging out with us today. Thank you to Devin for filling in. Thank you to Teresa Walker. Thank you for Lawrence Dockery as well for coming on and spreading some insight onto the show. CJ, we'll talk to you tomorrow. Everybody take care.